There is nothing wrong with your radio.
Do not attempt to adjust the volume.
We are controlling the broadcast.
For the next hour we will control all that you hear.
You are about to experience the knowledge and insights of the Media Mothership.
All right, you're listening to Edge Radio at 99.3 FM. This is Media Mothership. You're joined by myself as host, Craig, and co-host, hey Zeke.
Hello. I think my headphones are quite low.
Okay, right. And on Media Mothership, we explore everything in and around the world of media and pop culture, including entertainment, news, interviews, discussions, people making media, and so forth. Today's show, we're doing another, quick coverage of pop culture news, taking you through some of the key news articles that have come across my desk around media and entertainment, hopefully giving you some insights into some of the big issues that have come up across the media, digital culture today in Media Mothership. Alrighty. First article is from Den of Geek. Headline is Minecraft is becoming entertainment's most unexpected storytelling tool. This former sandbox game is building the future of narrative storytelling one block at a time. So this article from Den of Geek talks about how Minecraft has evolved from a simple block-building sandbox with no plot into a powerhouse for high-stakes narrative storytelling and social experiments. Creators are now producing viral series with millions of views that rival traditional TV, proving that audience interaction is the future of entertainment. Let's have a listen to two examples from this story. I don't know, Zeke, if you've ever watched a YouTube playthrough of Minecraft or storytelling from Minecraft?
I haven't watched one in totality, from start to finish. I've went in and watched probably from the start and then a couple of episodes or so. Maybe I'll skip and be like, oh, what happens in 10 episodes or whatever. But I've seen, I can't remember, I don't know whether you'll remember them, but there's I think Yogg's Cast.
Oh, wow, right.
Which were a crew of people who they're all on the same server, but they would all play Minecraft, and then you could watch the same thing from their different point of views.
Right.
Yeah, and it was the same, but they had a storyline through it. There was a whole thing going on with the world that they were in, and they were playing somewhat of a story or making jokes and gags and all this sort of stuff. So that's what it reminded me of.
Similar.
Yeah.
I think the story's opening up similar ideas. So basically, Minecraft, open world game, you're crafting stuff, you're building, a house, you're trying to...
Building an ender portal or whatever it is.
Ender portal.
Or nether... Wait. Yeah, I can't remember what it's called. Nethergate?
It's become a very popular movie as well.
Yeah. Chicken Jackie.
Oh, you said it. This is one of the examples they point at in the article is from a horror series by Minecraft content creator That Mob, and we'll just to give a taste of the type of storytelling that's happening here. Basically, he's playing the game, and then during the game, there's a narrative that emerges. So it's kind of that emergent gameplay. Let's have a listen here to That Mob with Something Is Knocking at Your Door.
All right, we're in.
Hello? Anybody there?
Where's that sound come?
Hey.
Is this sound coming from the box? Oh. What the hell is this? What the hell is this?
Hello, I'm Verity, your personal helper friend. Ask me anything. I know everything.
All right, buddy.
I'm for real. Stop laughing at me.
Okay. What's 2 plus 2?
4.
Okay. What's the capital of France?
Paris. Jeez.
So basically, he's put within this game an AI that he's interacting with, that then, kind of develops into that emergent. I haven't seen the rest of the clip, but that kind of horror gameplay. And this clip has this series has now amassed 15.5 million views, marking the newest trend in Minecraft-based roleplay and narrative short film. So part 1 goes for 20 minutes, and then there's a whole series of others that are in there. And it was 3 weeks ago. It's already at 13 million views. So it's fascinating. Again, using the game engine, pretty typical Minecraft type visuals. Nothing too AI based. Well, in terms of the visuals, Minecraft notoriously kind of blocky visuals. It's not that perfect CGI, but still incredibly popular hits. Right, that this 2-part horror series featuring an AI character named Verity, already up to 15.5 million views, with this huge appeal. So for a game that launched back in 2011, famously with no narrative, right? The joke was always, what do you do in this game? What's the mission? What's the point? And the idea is there's none. You can do what you want in this game, like playing with Lego. These type of content creators, like Afmau, I believe is how you pronounce the name, APHMAU, and Dream SMP, have turned it into a platform for complex RPGs, wars, and nation building. Secret source. The secret source the article says is the game's blocky, emotionless avatars actually help storytelling by forcing audiences to use their imagination to fill in emotional gaps, making them active participants. Which is what people used to say about reading a book, right? Rather than watching a movie, that if you read the book, your imagination's forced to create for itself how the characters are looking, what the world is like, visually. So they're not using the blockiness and lack of emotiveness from the characters. They're using that as a game feature rather than a game detriment. A surprising detail from the article is that the viral horror series features an AI character that knows the creator's real-life daily routine. So it gave the AI access to its, I'm assuming its calendar, the real person, the person that's making it, their daily routine. And so the AI knows the creator's real daily life routine even when he's not logged into the game, blurring the line between digital and physical worlds in a way that feels genuinely unsettling. And I think that's, I guess going by that description, that's the horror aspect. That the AI is able to... the article refers to it like the character from the Obsession horror movie, Nikki, that behaves very needy, very emotionally manipulative within the horror that it's portraying. I like that detail of giving well, I like and don't like. I mean, obviously, it's an immense, vulnerable act to give an AI access to all of your daily life. But if you're wanting to make a hard-hitting horror, then the AI knowing what you are could be effective for storytelling. There was a Silent Hill game, where you had to do a quick psych evaluation at the start of it. I forget which one it was called. Anyway, a friend was saying you have to do a quick psych evaluation, and then the game uses that psych evaluation in the game engine to create particular things that, if you've answered honestly, will...
Like you're like, I really hate clowns. And then they're like,
Exactly, guess what? Big Boss is a clown.
Yeah.
And I know, Media Mothership, and the work I do at Edge Radio, I'm always looking at ways to incorporate the virtual and the real. Right, so we came very close today to beta testing the Euro Truck Simulator music show on Edge.
That's right.
It had to update, so that took half an hour. So unfortunately, we couldn't get to test it. But next week,
Yeah.
I'm hoping we can test that.
5 gigabyte update. Who does that?
I know, with our really bad Wi-Fi.
And Euro
as
Truck
well.
Simulator. I didn't realize, Euro Truck Simulator had that much investment.
The reason I
still in
chose
it.
that game is
Yeah.
that it could run on my laptop.
Yeah.
So it is interesting to me where you're trying to create storytelling through alternative platforms. So not the book, not the movie, but instead through Minecraft. Or what we're going to be testing here on Edge Radio is, can we do a radio show within a truck simulator, with the truck as part of the ambient noise that you're going for? If nothing else, my pitch for Edge Radio is for our fundraiser to do a 24-hour or how old are we turning? 23?
23.
23-hour Euro Truck Simulator challenge, where we can rotate out with other presenters.
Yeah.
For that 23 hours, and we have to leave the game on with the sound effect, the truck, the engine, the
Just
horn.
have to get it downloaded on a computer here.
We're going to see if we can work on my laptop. But yeah,
Just leave your laptop in here.
I think it is. I mean, it is interesting if your favorite video game isn't just a place to play, but can be an innovative storytelling space to listen back to later. So it seems like you've played Minecraft.
I have. Yeah.
See? So if you could jump into Minecraft, like particularly one of these Minecraft role play servers, to live out a story, would you choose a high stakes horror mystery for what you're jumping into, where there's an AI that's got access to your
I usually
outlook?
go in and then I build like a house or something. Build a nice little farm. You got to find all the different vegetables and stuff. You can lure the sheep and all that sort of stuff and put them in little gates, and that's what I do.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you do it on a public server or just private? Or
Private server.
Yeah.
Because somebody will inevitably come along and just go like, screw you.
have you ever done public server Minecrafting?
No interest whatsoever. No.
A lot of seal clubbing.
A lot of it's our favourite phrase here.
It is. It is interesting, again, this idea of entertainment going into video games. That is storytelling coming into video games. Some people say it signals the death of passive consumption, where Gen Zs, Gen Alphas are taking over and wanting to engage with storytelling in coming out of gaming. And media is not just something you're watching, but a living engagement where the audience is going to help create the lore, dictate the plot, shape the culture in real time. I know years back there was that Twitch Plays Pokemon, where the Pokemon game was being kind of group sourced through Reddit. I think it was Reddit or maybe it was Twitch. No, it would have had to have been the Twitch chat telling them, press, go left, go right, and so forth. So again, that idea of the audience wasn't just watching along, but trying to actually create the moves that the gamer was going to play. And then there were factions within the Twitch Plays Pokemon that were battling each other. Yeah. I mean, I like to think Media Mothership has its own factions, right? People that have built up mythologies around it.
Mm-hmm. Peer independent scholar, Craig, god of scholars.
That's right.
Craig
believer in the scholarship. The Lord Taylor believers.
Yes.
The
Yeah.
previous
I'm
co-host.
sure they're out there. They're wondering, where is he? Where is our Lord Taylor?
One other clip. I'll just play a quick clip from this. This is another clip that was referred to. It's one from Ish. Title is 1,000 Players Simulate Civilization, Rich and Poor. We'll just listen to how they said it.
In the biggest social experiment in Minecraft history, I scattered 1,000 people across 2 massive islands to simulate a realistic civilization. The players were given no help or guidance, and just like in real life, if you die, you remain dead forever. Now each player has the freedom to do whatever they want. Farm for food, become a dictator, and build a society. At least as best as they can, because while one island is a rich, green paradise, The other one
You're kidding me.
is a barren wasteland. It's up to each player to work with what they've got. Will there be peace between the islands, or will there be war? What ended up happening is the single most amazing story arc I've ever seen. All I will say is pick a nation to root for and enjoy the video. I present to you the rich and poor 1,000 player civilization experiment.
So that's the 1,000 player simulation experiment, Rich Poor.
Sounds like a Mr. Beast video.
It does, doesn't it?
But
Oh.
like in real life, he's like, I've selected 1,000 people for about
Really?
2 different islands.
Yeah, I think it's safer in Minecraft. But I have heard of cases like this. I know in World of Warcraft, there's a really interesting video where the spread of some virus, there was some virus, a naturally occurring virus within the game that was infecting people. But then they found that by going over the game and how effectively this spread beyond what the game designers had expected, they could track down how, patient zeros work, right? How there was one, like a small number of players that then start traveling, and then you have some malicious players deliberately trying to infect people, right? So that kind of behavior became one that they could model or get an idea of modeling, again, the real life flow of viruses. And again, that's through a huge, massive multiplayer online game like World of Warcraft. Ultima Online, one of the first Ultima games, I know when they pushed it out as a live, massive multiplayer online game, they'd carefully balanced the ecology so that it had a naturally dynamic ecology where you had a hierarchy of animals, rabbits, to things that predate on the rabbits, bears and so forth. But players, when they started playing the game, realized they could grind something like rabbit pelts, right?
Yeah.
But the designers never thought that a gamer would want to do something as boring as that, right? But the gamers were just thinking, no, I'm just going to spend my day, farming rabbits and getting the pelts. But they found that within the game ecology, the ecology collapsed because they wiped out the rabbit populations, and so the things that were predating on it were dying, and the whole ecology fell apart. And the game designer was...
And more importantly, their business fell apart.
That's right. Subscriber numbers went down. But the gamers had effectively min-maxed. The game designer was kind of bemoaning the fact that players weren't doing things that the designers felt they should. They were just
which
wasting
is
their time.
well, I mean, you can believe that, but it's not going to happen. So
No. I mean, there's another great video about the myth of the collective commons.
Yeah.
And how the DayZ game shifted from being it's a zombie game, massive multiplayer online game, of course.
Yeah.
You're spawning in as humans, and you're in a zombie apocalypse. And again, they'd carefully managed the loot, the loot that was spawning, the gun drops and everything. But then gamers started seal clubbing. The newbie gamers, you're spawning, spawn point camping and so forth.
Yeah.
And much like a good zombie movie, it turned out the real monsters were the other human players. The zombies actually became secondary and irrelevant to the gameplay. It was, the other human gamers that are going to make your life miserable or not. So
kind of reminds me of was it Eve Online?
Yeah,
So
Eve
as well?
Online.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
you basically, build ships and stuff that are worth like insane amounts of money.
Yep.
But then some people can go in, and I've seen like a video of this where somebody will like have their really shitty ship, and then they'll just like use that to sort of kamikaze into one of these massive ships, and it just wrecks it all.
Because the thing is, there's real world money tied into this game.
Yeah, so the people with their massive battleships and stuff like that, they cost like boatloads, but obviously you can't beat them because it costs a lot because it's very powerful. But you can obviously just like, I don't know if you've seen like the last, Star Wars: The Last Jedi, where the person does the teleport thing and then just like slices the Star Destroyer in half, and it's just a tiny ship.
The Holdorf maneuver or something?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yes, divisive, polarizing fan.
Yeah, personally, I think that was stupid,
The
but
hyper.
perfect example of what I'm talking about.
Yes. Yeah. Look, EVE Online, fantastic example of that. It's considered a second job for people. Yeah, and they're meant to be diplomats. They're meant to be people who are, smart.
Yes.
who are setting aside their life to play what some people refer to as a spreadsheet simulator, a second job.
Yeah.
An incredibly deep, guild based. You're part of a guild, and
Yeah, different sides at war, like, yeah.
Very, very involved. Oof, all right. Well, I always find those things just enough to reset. So the next article is from the UK Games Radar. Headline is the UK government has reportedly been paying employees to play GTA Online with random people to understand their lived experiences. The taxpayer-funded project reportedly began in 2024. So basically, this article is saying a report has claimed that the UK Department of Education has been paying civil servants to play GTA Online, Grand Theft Auto Online, with random citizens to study their lived experiences. The controversial Policy Lab initiative, which began in late 2024, involves researchers participating in virtual crimes to understand public behavior, drawing sharp criticism from politicians on both sides of the aisle. It reminds me of that, Claude versus Grok versus other AIs, and how quickly Grok descended in crime-filled, city destruction with human population dying after 3 days. Basically, so the mission from the UK government was a unit within the Department of Education called the Policy Lab, and they were using this game, Grand Theft Auto, the online version. So again, another massive multiplayer online game, and they were using it as a curated, emotionally safe place, which people talk about with popular culture, that it's a safe space in terms of, your character in GTA might have a gun and shoot people, but that's not real world violence. But nevertheless, the emotions, the impact again of that World of Warcraft virus can replicate certain real world patterns. So this unit was, I guess, testing some of where those real world patterns can be emerging in a game space, to observe interactions and gather data on how people behave when they can do anything. Because notoriously, of course, GTA, while it replicates the world around us, it has functioning cityscapes, it has, again, functioning traffic systems, the lights are there. We would recognize it as a modern metropolis that obeys broadly the rules and observations of society. Nevertheless, your character, you can become a murder hobo.
Yeah.
Just
with a SEAL club.
SEAL clubbing all new players. So again, they're testing that idea. If you're in a game where there's limited moral limitations, what are the gamers going to be doing? So one of the bizarre findings was researchers concluded that people enjoy running a successful in-game business. So not murder hoboing at all. And that virtual meetings are helpful for those in remote locations. Insights that critics call obvious and useless.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, I mean, running a successful in-game business, if you can set up a business within GTA and it becomes patronized by others, that would be defined as satisfying, as well as the fact that you can play this game remotely.
Yes.
That you're not having to physically go to the cinema or a game arcade to play it. It's all remote interaction with other people that are remote as well. Political fallout. So both the Conservative opposition and the Labour government are scrutinising the project. Conservatives call it an absurd waste, while Labour claims it's decades-old Tory. So Conservative initiative they are now investigating. Surprising detail is that, again, the report mentions researchers specifically learning that driving around while talking made it really easy, and that participants enjoyed virtual tasks like driving prostitutes to their clients or blowing up a CEO with a bomb, all framed as legitimate policy research. I mean, that'd be great if you're a civil servant and your report is like, well, I observed various citizens enjoying driving prostitutes to their clients.
I participated in a bank heist purely on a research basis, just to observe.
I mean, it opens an interesting question. If the government is going to spend money studying how we spend our free time, should they be playing Grand Theft Auto, or should they just be asking us directly rather than doing it within a game?
You should ask them to go outside and play the game of life.
Oh, nice. I mean, I think, maybe we could do... I did read another really interesting... I think it was a university project where leading up to... I think it was an Obama election, a polling agency was doing polling in World of Warcraft. So they were going ask... And what they were specifically looking at is... and this was in the US servers, of course, they were looking at... does the political mapping map out against races like elves, dwarfs, orcs, right? Do orcs support republics?
Yeah.
The elves go Democrats, and which I think is legitimate in terms of if you're going to go into the game world and try to draw out real world narrative, then double down and ask, what are the elves voting for? I mean,
like all of those races are associated with some kind of society.
There are stereotypes,
ideology, stereotype, obviously, and obviously you can be a bad elf, or you can be a different kind of. You can be like a dark elf or whatever. But obviously, elves are generally, sort of more highfalutin, high society,
That's
arts,
right.
and like wealthy, like
latte
kind of,
drinking.
Yeah, that kind of stuff.
Where you orcs, working class, labor.
Well, would you say dwarves are? Well, they're more merchant. Maybe they're like a merchant class, I guess.
Yeah. They could be, more merchant.
Merchant, craftsman, sort of, yeah.
It'd be interesting, yeah. I mean, I think that idea could certainly be a fantastic thing for Australian governments to consider, right? I mean, let's get some testing done in Red Dead Redemption Online.
Rural mining communities really like dwarves.
Or, what do the dwarven miners think of Australia's gas policy?
There you go.
The dwarven miners, or your street hoodlums in Grand Theft Auto. What are their views of the government's, teenage social media ban?
Yeah. What do the people in the Underdark think of?
It's all quite innovative. Again, if you're doing a fundraiser, some of these spaces might be interesting to fund. I mean, again, part of what we might be seeing here is the shadow of COVID, where the narrative was many people were in these digital online spaces, remotely interacting with each other for so long that it's not surprising now that we're still working through how our identities fit when we're online to who we are in face-to-face experiences. So join us for Euro Truck Simulator.
Yeah.
In the near future, where we'll be trying that.
Noot. Copyright strike.
What game is that from? Oh, no, that's Pingu, isn't it? Pingu, the claymation.
The first bit
Pingu.
is, yeah.
Noot.
Yeah, but
and then the actual...
Yeah.
Who knows? Next article, ABC News, getting local now in Australia. Headline is not about Australia, though. The White House, the US White House, is using anime as propaganda. Fans in Japan hate it. So this article is talking about how the US Trump administration, particularly the Department of Homeland Security, has faced backlash for using popular anime like Pokemon Yu-Gi-Oh, and Naruto in social media posts promoting immigration enforcement and military actions, while the White House claims this is just a way to reach people where they are. That could be Edge Radio's new fundraiser slogan. We'll reach people where you are.
Where you are.
Many fans in Japan and globally view it as disrespectful propaganda that co-ops work meant for unity and turns them into tools for political division.
God.
Yeah. Signal suddenly got hacked. So this is actually a tweet or an X from Homeland Security. They
Is
use
this the ice thing?
yeah. They've used this, and it's basically real camera footage of ICE handcuffing
That is
people.
absurd.
And
I mean, you know, like, it's terrible. But I mean, it fits.
it's difficult to take it seriously.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, yeah, you can't take it seriously. But I mean, you know, whoever thought of this and they were like, well, you know, this video with this song. Yeah.
It's kind of. I mean, it would be. It's one of those things where The Onion and satirical news agents would use this as as fodder of saying, well, this is sort of satire.
Yeah.
But the sad reality is it's the reality.
It's the reality. Yeah.
So they got to catch them all.
Do they think like people who grew up watching Pokemon were gonna go like, wow, I should be an ice
I need
age?
to get an ice agent. Yeah, those ice agents are doing well. I mean, there might be some right-wing Pokemon viewers that are like, yeah, this is just like the video game or the card game or the anime.
Yeah.
Because, of course, yes, the theme we just heard there was from the Pokemon series, Gotta Catch 'Em All song. That was Department of Homeland Security, which posted a video using that Pokemon theme song, but edited the lyrics to arrest them is our real test. In one of the sections. I don't know, I didn't hear that. And it spunked outrage for taking a franchise built on friendship and turning it into a deportation ad.
Yeah.
So there's a petition movement currently underway. Japanese fan Nana Suzuki launched a petition so far with nearly 25,000 signatures. They're aiming for 40,000, condemning the use of anime in militaristic or political contexts, arguing it violates the original creators' intentions.
But is it transformative work? That's
Well, yeah. It's sad, isn't it, when you think this kind of liberal, progressive, fan culture narrative of mashups and, you know, transformative work narratives is equally defensible, potentially, from the government top down using mashups for their own propaganda.
Yeah. Which it is interesting that you mentioned about the satire part of it, because I can imagine somebody making like a parody song with maybe some accompanying like graphic, maybe they're like drawings or something or whatever, and yeah, making the song, you know, specific to ice and being like, you know, like this is how ridiculous it is, like like as a satire to it. But obviously, it's not done in that way. It's done by an official channel as an actual ad.
Yeah, the lack of irony and self-awareness is profoundly sad. Just in terms of, yes, you'd use that to lampoon the fact that they're posturing and performing, you know, sports-type behavior in a way which has real impact, which has really devastating consequences to individuals. But instead, they're just doubling down to the fantasy of it. There's been official pushback. Even the Japanese government has intervened. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the Ministry of for Intellectual Property Strategy have formally complained to the US Embassy, stating that public bodies must obtain permission and respect the spirit of works. I mean, this is the struggle that all fans have.
I mean, it's
copyright.
It's very ballsy of them, because
The US
the US to use it because Nintendo.
Oh yeah. Notorious litigant.
Imagine that. Nintendo sues the US government.
Trump, yeah. Because that's, I mean, basically, and it maybe shows you how weak or how power imbalanced it is, that if the government is flagrantly abusing copyright to do this, yes, these industries will still flex copyright on citizens, but they struggle to enforce it at a government level. Well, I mean, the Iran government did. Lego's gone out of copyright, hasn't it? Which is maybe why the Iran government made all those Lego propaganda pieces.
I think so. So it's probably hard to it'd probably be easier to sue the US government than to sue the Iran government, I would imagine.
Oh, yeah. I know how much money there's. Surprising detail, the petition isn't just a complaint about copyright. It's a reaction to the cultural collision between anime's core themes and US policy. Experts note that Pokemon, Naruto, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Are famous for messages of effort, friendship, and victory, whereas the administration's posts depict detention, deportation, and military force. The exact opposite of what these stories celebrate. So, they're taking the moral high ground and saying, your messaging and appropriation of this material is the antithesis of what the stories are all about.
They should create an edited image of Naruto with his headband, and instead of the Leaf Village symbol, they should have MAGA written across it. There is
a Donald Trump posted a video showing himself as the ninja Naruto.
Oh, really?
Uzumaki. Yeah.
Really, Donald Trump. I was wondering what
Donald Trump
did with Naruto, because I had no idea what that could have been.
It's woeful.
Like him running as Naruto.
It's just a still image they've got here, but it is meant to be a video of his face, basically.
On Naruto's body?
Yeah.
That is so funny.
Yeah. I mean, where do you draw the line? If you're using pop culture references like Pokemon for government messaging, is it just harmless? Way to grab attention, or does it cross the line when it actively contradicts the original message of the artwork? And I do think that that's where the fandom itself would push back as well, which is what we're seeing here. That, it's like them using Star Trek, right? Again, that kind of multicultural, unified vision, and then co-opting that into domestic enforcement and so forth. Very troubling. There's Ghibli stuff they've been using, so we'll keep an eye on that.
They've been using Studio Ghibli stuff.
Yeah, Studio Ghibli. So they've got that AI that does the Studio Ghibli versions of pictures.
Yeah.
And they've got one where a fentanyl dealer was arrested, and then they posted a Studio Ghibli version of it as well. This was the White House posted the Studio Ghibli version.
Jeez.
Of that arrest.
Man, they're really going. They're really just going with anything.
Sacred cows.
Any ideas? Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We've got 2 more articles. I've got 5 minutes. So PC Gamer, all roads lead to philosophy, as this Wikipedia game proves. It's a really interesting article. It got me playing the game it's referring to. So it's a free game. Basically, there's a game called the Wikipedia Philosophy Game, and it's become a digital phenomena. What happens is the game, to play the game, you choose a Wikipedia entry. So you suggested kiwi fruit, and I did manga. And then basically you click on the very first hyperlink, right? Once outside brackets. So there might be some brackets, but the first legitimate wiki link in the description of the article. And the game is, as you keep clicking those first hyperlinks and going to other Wikipedia articles, eventually it will lead you to the philosophy Wikipedia page. And I think they've measured there's only 3% of Wikipedia articles that don't end up in the philosophy page eventually. So the article said that it happens. I mean, why is it that all articles lead to the philosophy page? The idea is that it happens because definitions naturally rely on increasingly abstract concepts, right? So broader and broader categories, right? So I think when we were playing the game, if I bring up our results, so we started with. Yeah, so for instance, we started with manga, and then the first click was to comics, then it was means of communication, then information. So each one of these is more abstract.
Yeah.
So communication goes to information goes to abstraction to concept, then to cognition, then to knowledge, then to declarative knowledge, and eventually to philosophy.
Yeah.
An even more abstract concept. So it's a fun game to play, and again, it's only English Wikipedia articles that are doing this as well. Click the first non-parenthetical, so nothing in brackets, link, and keep repeating it, and eventually you'll get to the philosophy page. You can, the game itself, if you want to get it to be automated, you just go to roadtophilosophy.com. And that brings you to, it's called the All Roads Lead to Philosophy game. And then you just grab the URL of the Wikipedia entry, put it in, and it will map out the links. It is a fun...
It creates a little map for
Yeah.
you as well. So it links, because yours was
Manga.
as we just went through there, and then I said kiwi fruit.
Kiwi fruit.
And then it mapped out how that went, and it actually finds a commonality, and it was knowledge that was the commonality there, and then that obviously continues through to philosophy.
Because kiwi fruit's probably actually better in terms of figuring out that abstraction process. It started with kiwi fruit, then berry, which is a more abstract category, a broader category, then to botany, then to natural science, then to science, and then from science to knowledge. So each one of those is a bigger category, a bigger abstraction of the preceding term. And that perfectly maps out why it is eventually you lead to philosophy as a kind of macro abstract concept. So it is, one of the surprising details is that it's not just a fun glitch in the Wikipedia system. The author of the article suggests that it serves as a form of experimental philosophy in itself. It uses empirical data, the actual structure of the entire encyclopedia of Wikipedia, to prove a philosophical point that all our knowledge systems, no matter how technical or specific, are ultimately underpinned by philosophical fundamentals. Wow.
Yeah.
Mind-shaking. Yeah. So, it's interesting. Did you know that no matter where you start on the internet's biggest encyclopedia, the shortest path to the truth always leads back to philosophy?
There you go.
Yeah. So if you try this game, starting with a topic you feel you know perfectly, like quantum physics, or manga,
Media
Mothership, or coffee, how many clicks do you think it will take before you're stuck debating the nature of reality?
If Media Mothership did have a Wikipedia page.
There we go.
Because, I don't know if it does. Maybe
it has a Grokkopedia.
It has okay, well. How many clicks do you think it would take to get to Media Mothership?
Yeah, well, Botany, what was it? Botany took 12 clicks to get to philosophy. Manga took 15. Well, there's a challenge. Set up a Media Mothership website.
Okay. I think it would be
Wikipedia.
I think it would be pretty similar, maybe 12 to 15, somewhere in that range. Because I think you would get Media Mothership is like
it'd be 2
radio program or something.
Media Mothership by independent scholar.
And then,
philosophy.
well, yes, that's yeah. Well, because you'd have to get into like the biography page or whatever, and then say Dr. Craig Norris, independent scholar. So, but that's not the first link. So
you got to put my name first. Media Mothership with Dr. Craig Norris.
Okay. What if we went to Wikipedia page, Dr. Craig Norris?
Let's do Dr. Yeah. Okay.
That is like 2 steps.
Well, we should get Edge Radio.
Yeah.
On there. That could be our fundraiser thing. We'll do
Edge Radio probably is on there actually.
Yeah. We're already at 5 o'clock. I can't get to the last article.
All right, that's it. Goodbye.
Yeah. Take me off air. All right, so this has been Media Mothership for another week. We'll have to hold off on some of those other articles and keep listening now to some cool music. Of course, we've got Kiz's show Tapestry coming on at 5:30. So kick back, enjoy that. Thanks for listening, everyone. And again, if you have time, do check out the Road to Philosophy game, or the All Roads Lead to Philosophy game. Well worth having a bit of fun there. This has been Media Mothership for another week. You can find out more information on us by going to our Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube. Just search for Media Mothership. Thanks, Zeke, for coming on.
Thank you, Craig.
Thank you.
Hey, it's Leo. And this is Jen, and we are hyper-fixating on Edge Radio 99.3 FM.
G'day there, I'm from the radio station.
Me too.
Now, we have an amazing new app that lets you listen to us wherever you are. Plus, you can see what's coming up, message our studio, get our exclusive podcasts.
It's a game changer, but a few of you still haven't downloaded it, so...